child of God. So yesterday, I ran into a video of a young lady. Uh, she spoke a different language, so they had to interpret her. But she had a dream, just like my dream, and it was very, very interesting. The dream was basically similar to a dream that I had back in the day. Not really back in the day, but a while ago. And in her dream, the angel of the Lord told her to look up, and she looked up, and she seen in the sky in fiery words, right? In fiery words, she's seen in the sky. Uh, I forgot what she said verbatim, but it was basically like time is up. The time is up, and things are about to collapse, and it's over. That was the message in short, and it was written in flames. It was written in flames. And so when I seen that, when I watched the preview of the dream, I was like, yo, that's exactly that's exactly the dream that I had similar in a sense of um I seen the numbers 288 as you see on the upload on the thumbnail. I seen the numbers 2888. I seen the numbers 2888 on on like a meteor or an asteroid or the sun, right? Because I've been seeing many depictions of what I seen in my dream. I've been seeing depictions of that on the sun. And so in my dream, the angel of the Lord called me, and I was on top of the earth. And the angel of the Lord pointed up, like similar to like the lady. And when I looked up, I seen it was so close to us. It was so close to us. It was like the moon, how close it was. It was very close, and it was something is coming here, and it was 2888. And I've been looking and looking and looking, and I found some things. But more recent, one of the things. Let me backtrack. One of the things that I found is that there's a movie based on the Iran and Iraqi war. There is a movie based on the Iran and Iraqi war. Uh, Man, Jeffrey, I'm trying to be good. I'm always working on it. Thanks for asking. How are you today, Jeffrey? Um, there's a movie 2888. It's a movie if you look it up on Google, and it's about the Iran Iraqi war. And so for me, when I seen that that was about the Iran Iraqi war, when we dropped bombs on Iran about nuclear stuff, I was like, yo, this is the prequel. This is about to happen. This is everything is about to take place. Um, and so it was just confusing to me a little bit. I was like, whoa. I was like, Lord. I mean, I was like, because everything is calmed down now. Everything is calmed down. Uh, there was a ceasefire, but then like there wasn't no ceasefire, and it just made me think of that Bible verse. They say that there will be peace, but really all of a sudden destruction. And today on the news, they found a bunch of Iranian people that were illegal, right? And I guess they rounded them up because they were, they being the government were nervous about. They've been nervous about attacks on our soil from Iranians. You know what I mean? And like I said, when I seen yesterday the woman's testimony, and the angel of the Lord brought her a testimony of that it's over, and he put flames in the skies, and he said that it's over. I only play what is that game that I play? Power Rangers Legacy Wars. That's the only game that I play right now. I'm not really a gamer per se. I stopped playing games when I got out of high school since like Sega and all that. Sega, Xbox, PlayStation. I stopped playing all that stuff when I got out of high school. I played it a couple of times, but I'm not really big on gaming. And then when I do play games, it's like adventure games or team games where you play as a team. But the only game I play right now is Power Rangers Legacy Wars. Um, But yeah, so family, I don't know when things are gonna pick up. I don't know when things are gonna happen, but things are happening and things are gonna happen quicker and quicker. And I'm seeing also that some of the migrants, they're being picked up, and I seen on the news some of them are being sent across the globe, right? They're not even being sent to their native countries or wherever they came from. They're being sent to places on the eastern hemisphere of the globe, right? I seen that in the news and I was like, yo, that's crazy. Um, we deporting people, deport them back to where they belong to, though, right? But we're deporting people and sending them to different nations, and I wonder why that is. I'm guessing because I'm guessing that may mean that we need to be prepared, family, because eventually they might just start deporting anybody in the United States if they feel like it. You know what I mean? I don't care what nation state you from. I don't care what your nationality is. Uh, I don't know who Lamar Jackson is, but I'm gonna look it up. Maria Generoso. I think that's how you say your name. I don't know who Lamar Jackson is, but I'm gonna look him up when I get off this live. But yeah, they're deporting people, family, and we gotta just be aware of what's going on, and we gotta do something about it. I don't really know what to do at this moment because it takes law power to do something about it. It takes lawyers coming together and saying no. Like we gotta. That's how Trump is making this stuff happen, right? Through his lawyers and the Supreme Court backing him up. Although he gets stopped or prevented for a little while, they always seem to turn around and go along with what Trump wants to go along with. And it's just wrong. Like we shouldn't just be deporting people. And if we are going to deport people, I mean, I get it. That's something that the entire United States wanted, right? That's why people voted for Trump. But we shouldn't just be sending them anywhere. And we shouldn't be sending them to slavery or sending them into internment camps or wherever. Like, it's just crazy what's going on. And we need to be prepared for things to really take a turn. Now, what also alerted me about the lady's dream, which was similar to mine, like I said, she was shown a dream of the angel of the Lord. He told her to look up, and in the sky was words of fire saying that it's over. Like the world is over, it's done. Um, Very similar to my dream, very similar to my dream. But one of the other things that I noticed is just Iran. Like Iran seems to be. Oh, excuse me. Let me take something back. Leave the world behind. Now, Iran in the movie Leave the World Behind, Iran was attacking us Americans, right? Um, and they were attacking us through cyber attacks. And what they did in the movie, Iran and some other countries, China, North Korea, they cyber attacked us, severely cyber attacked us. They knocked out all of our communications. They knocked out all of our GPS systems. They turned off all of our networks. Your phones didn't work. Your streaming didn't work. Your cable didn't work. Um, GPSs, like I said, all that stuff was all that stuff was what got canceled. You know what I mean? Because these other nations they performed a cyber attack against us, right? And so when I seen Iran and Iran said that they vow revenge on the United States, you know, Iran may not have the same like military capabilities as the United States, but they sure enough, for certain, have more than enough capabilities when it comes to cyber security and hacking and all that. Like they got hackers and their people know what to do online like that. Like they're superior in that aspect. Um, Not the most superior, but they're superior in the aspect of they know their technology, they know how to hack some shit, they know how to cause some issues and some things. And we never know, like some of these cells, right, that they talk about on the news recently might be actual U.S. citizens or people with green cards that ICE will never even know about that we walk past every day and low key. Um, they have allegiance to some terroristic group, right? And they could just within the United States, they can go and just shut down um, our infrastructure. But this is part of the reason the thing I was saying when I was telling Trump, like, you shouldn't have did Elon like that. You shouldn't have treated him like that, right? Because Elon has power in the technological realms and he has influence in those realms. And ain't nothing stopping him being that you gave him access to our infrastructure. Ain't nothing stopping Elon from passing the information to other nations or terroristic groups or anything. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing stopping him, right? There's nothing stopping Elon. Um, but we got to be prepared, man. And I know a lot of us keep saying that believe in God. A lot of us are having visions or dreams. A lot of us say prepared this and that. But like really, things are intensifying. Planes have been crashing right since the beginning of this year, and in the movie Leave the World Behind, when our infrastructure technology wise got hacked, right? Planes were falling out of the sky, people were dying, trains were derailed, um, all types of things were happening because we didn't have our infrastructure, our communication system, our GPS system, etc. Right? So these things are happening in the movie, and I just am predicting, I'm predicting that the same stuff is about to happen in reality. Um, we're about to see catastrophic things happen in America. I hate to say it, but we are about to see things happen in America. Like things are about to really start picking up, and people are just living their lives. Although people are hurting, things are changing. You're seeing a lot of things on TikTok of people going homeless, not being able to get jobs, people losing their homes. You're seeing all types of things like that, right? You're seeing all types of things like that online now, and it's just going to increase, right? It's going to increase, right? It's going to get worse, right? And this battle with Iran, this battle with the Muslim countries being a part of the Israeli conflicts and all that, that puts us in the center of it, right? That puts us a part of this war. And, there's bigger revelations to come. There's a lot of things specifically dealing with trafficking, right? When it comes to children trafficking and adult trafficking, right? For harvesting of organs and things like that. All these things are about to really get exposed, right? These things are about to come out and get exposed, right? Um, I don't know when these things are going to come out. I thought the Diddy case was going to lead into that, but it looks like Diddy is going to get off on all charges. I'm gonna have to do a different live on that. Let's keep that separate. But you're about to see revelations about things that you never thought that the U.S. United States government would participate in, or our covert government, our secret ops would participate in. Um, Things are about to get revealed and exposed. Alliances are about to really be um, situated. Like people, we're gonna know who's on whose side soon. We're gonna know who's working with who soon, right? And it's going to be a big surprise, not only for us, right? We're going to be so shocked, but the things that lead up to it, come after it, the catastrophic things that are about to happen is, I have a mission. My mission is to save the children. I don't know what's going on that I'm going to be involved in helping children get to safe locations, helping children to get out of harm's way. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's my mission. And the end is near, everybody. The end is near. Know the good news that Jesus is going to forgive you if you ask for it and just change your ways and look to make peace with folks. You know what I mean? And um, I say these things even though I have my own issues, and I don't necessarily want peace with everything, right? I say these things because it ought to be said, but even I have issues where with people, places, and things that I don't want just peace. I want justice out of it, right? But there are bigger things than what I want. There are bigger things than what you want. Things are about to take place soon. And I'm glad I got the confirmation from the young lady in her video because her dream was so similar to mine. I said I knew that this dream was from the Lord and that the Lord was showing me that the end is near and that I'm supposed to be warning people. I'm supposed to be alerting people. I'm supposed to be, I guess, just that right now, just telling people like, look, time is up. We don't have any more time and things are about to radically change. And it just takes one thing, one catastrophic thing, and you're going to see things go topsy turvy. Look at COVID, right? COVID happened and everything changed overnight. Things just went topsy turvy. People lost their jobs. People had to move. All types of things happened during COVID, right? But this is greater than that. This is bigger than that. What's coming? This is bigger than that. Um, and there are powers that are evil and they're wicked and they're here. And a lot of people that are participating with these powers and wickedness, they're trying to sustain themselves. Sharuti, what's up? Said hello, hi. How are you? People are trying to sustain themselves and stay in their lifestyles, and that's why they tend to align with these evil and wicked groups or powers or people in general, right? Because people want to keep their wealth, they want to keep their house, they want to keep these things. But like I said before, the Lord already showed me that everybody, lottie dottie, everybody is going to be in the streets. Buildings will be torn down in America, whether they were shot down or blown up or whatever. There's going to be all types of things that are going to happen in the United States because you better believe that the Lord, the Most High God, heard the prayers of the people from across the globe and within the United States from different time periods. He heard those prayers. And, to a lot of the international community, got a lot of love for a lot of you. But you came here to whore with Babylon. You came here to sleep and get in bed with Babylon. That doesn't mean sexually necessarily, but that does mean like in business or to participate in